Hello, Knight here. Welcome back to Empire Total War, playing the Darthmod. I'm playing as a Great Britain faction. We're just about to fight this battle against the Marathas, against Juhuliwala. The Marathas only have two territories in India at the moment. They have Hyderabad as well, which they took off us a couple of turns ago. But we're about to liberate the Indians in Hyderabad. They're about to capture Arcot. So this is episode 32. What I've done, whilst you weren't with me, I've just altered the order in which my reinforcements will come on if they're needed. I normally bring my cavalry on first, and then my infantry, and finally my artillery. I'm actually going to move my general back as well, further in the run. Yeah, I'm just going to swap those around as well. Right, okay, so I've got some strong cavalry coming on straight away. If we're in a bit of a pickle and we need a quick fix, quick charge to help us out, or if we need to bring troops on quickly just to help us out generally. We don't anticipate too many problems with this battle. We're outnumbering considerably. He suffered quite a long siege here. I think he's up to 4 years, maybe 4 turns rather. They're all very depleted, his units. Well, they've got quite a lot of experience. Right, okay, let's get on with the battle. As I mentioned, I'm fighting the Marathas, the French, the Spanish at the moment, and also at war against the Hurons. I've just taken their territory in northwest Canada with the gold mine, which I'm developing, and I've got an army replenishing there that's going to attack their territory in the far northwest, at the very corner of the map in Hudson Bay. I'm going to try and develop an army in the Great Britain theatre to actually move that across and take out the Inuit. And I think the Spanish only have 2 more territories left in the Americas theatre. They have Mexico, which is extremely valuable territory for money, in terms of money, lots of gold and silver mines, I believe. And they hold New Mexico, which is quite a long trek across the Arizona desert towards their territory. But we're going to take that out. We don't want to leave any strategic problems behind us. Once this battle's over, 2 of the armies will be going back to attack Spain, I think. I've been thinking about this overnight, and I think I'm going to attack Spain. But we'll have a campaign against the Portuguese first. I'm actually playing the scenario in the game where you have to obtain certain regions, one of which is Gibraltar, and the Portuguese hold that at the moment, so I'm going to have to take out the Portuguese. So I'm going to leave an army in India that will grab their territory in Goa when we actually declare war on the Portuguese. So these 2 armies here, we're going to Spain once they're actually finished, and I'll leave 1 army here to take out Goa. It seems weird to be attacking another country when I haven't finished off Spain and France. But strategically, what I intend to do is attack Portugal, take them out of the picture, so I have no problems about moving forwards towards Madrid. And once I've actually got to the French border, having taken Madrid and destroyed the Spanish in Spain, they'll still have territories in Italy. I'm hopeful the French will actually... Oh, actually, that's a lovely hill over there, I think. That's where we're going to try and deploy, I think. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Yes, once we've destroyed the Spanish in Spain, what we'll do, we'll actually attack the French territories in sort of Aquitaine, Pyrenees, around the area, and try and draw their troops off with Spain. Once we've done that, we'll be keeping an army in Great Britain that we can move across the border, and they will actually attack and take Paris. Hopefully it will be undefended by then. Sorry about the lag, I think my Fraps is playing up at the moment. Right, let's have a look. Okay, right, what I'm going to do is start by deploying the artillery. I get these fortifications as well I can use. I'm not going to use them actually. I find that these fortifications actually stop the artillery from firing in good positions. So here, we're at such an elevated position, we should be able to fire directly into their fort. So even if they had ideas about staying in their fort, I think that they won't. I think they'll actually probably come out. Let's see if that's any better. Right, let's unlimber them. That's pretty good. There's going to be a dead area at the bottom of the hill that I can't fire on, so I'll try and maybe move them a bit closer. That's slightly better. Can we get any closer? I'm going to fiddle about here, sorry, with the artillery for quite a while to make sure I get them exactly how I want them, because it's so crucial. Some of you may remember from the previous episodes how I actually designed this army to take on this siege. It's got a high level of artillery in it, only 2 cavalry and quite a lot of infantry. Happy with that gun. See if we can get another gun here. Oh, not quite. Let's have a look. That's... I shan't be using... I'm hopeful they won't get close enough for me to actually use any cannon shot on them. That'll be a bit of a disappointment if I have to use cannon shot on these guys. I'm hoping I can finish them off as they come through the gates, actually. That's the idea. Well, that's a nice target there down there. Their gate. Again, if anyone's got any ideas about why I've suddenly got huge numbers of troops here, I haven't done anything to the game at all. It seems to have just been a glitch in the game that I suddenly have got huge numbers of troops. Like the cavalry here have got 300 units in them. 300 men in each unit. Oh, I don't like the look of that. We're in a slight dip there, so I'm going to... So, sorry, you will have to bear with me a moment or two. I just want to make sure I've got the artillery and my units in exactly where I want them, because it's still going to be a very difficult battle. Because we play on very hard, the AI gets some kind of bonus, and it means that basically we've really got to be on our mettle to actually win the battle. What can we do over here? Can we put some guys over here? Let's have a look. Yeah, let's put them over here. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's good. And let's make sure we've got all of our guys grouped together for fire control. Okay, that's fine. We're going to move some more artillery up onto this hill. Actually, I'm going to put another unit over here. Actually, let's put a unit over here, quite low down, just in case we need to use some round shot on them. Oh, sorry, some canister on them. I've also got to leave some bait out, to be honest. If I'm too far away, he may just sit there. I want him to come for me. If I'm too heavily defended, he won't actually come towards me. The AI isn't stupid, believe it or not. Darthmod has done a good job on it. If it thinks that it's not going to win, it simply will just sit in the fort and come and wait for the next turn to come around. I think it's still got another turn to go, actually, so it may well sit there. So I've got to try and provide enough bait for it to actually come out. Let's move some artillery here. Yeah, I like that. That's very good. Right, let's put some of my stronger melee units where he's probably going to advance straight towards me. Group them. And we are going to use these. Don't know what you call them. Stakes, are they? Or don't know quite what they'd be called. Anyway, they're anti-cavalry devices, basically. Let's go a bit further over, if we can. So I'm taking so long to deploy, but I want to get this right. It's not really right, but we can move them again later. I'm trying to get these basically joined up, these defences in front of my artillery, because I think that's probably where his cavalry is going to come straight out for me. I shall redeploy these so that we're in 3 lines of 3 ranks to get maximum effect from fire by rank. Going to put these over here, hopefully hidden. And we'll defend the flank over here. I'll put another unit here actually as well, I think. He's liable to come through these woods. Let's put them there. lower down actually. Yeah, okay, so they're hidden. So he may try to flank these guys and come through the woods. We've got artillery here as well, which may encourage him to do that. We want some cavalry on this wing. Can we hide them? Actually, that's a big unit, isn't it? 300. I don't think we're going to be able to hide them. In that case, I may set them up quite wide. Yeah, I'm going to set them there to come down this valley and attack as they move forwards. Now we're going to move the other cavalry quite conventionally over onto the other wing. It's maybe a bit too far around actually. They've got a bit of a trek before they're going to be able to get into the battle. Are they hidden? No, they're not, are they? It might be. I'm worried about his artillery. I think he has like 4 artillery. Or he might have 2 units of artillery actually. Anyway. Right, we need a reserve. Let's try and keep my reserve fairly central. I think we're going to end up fighting. Put some trenches for them because they're going to be shelled probably. Put the other Worcester regiment. I think. Can we get them between these guys? Just about. Just about. Yeah, these are in reserve, so I'm going to take fire up, but we'll offer them, and these guys will spread out once we're actually done. Right, what have we got left? General's Bodyguard. Again, 300 units in there, 300 men in that unit, which is a lot. I'm a bit worried about this redoubt actually. I think I might. I want him to come out, so I'm going to put my general over here actually. Maybe a bit rash. I'm going to put him here. I can always try and move him back. I don't know. No. I'm a bit of a coward. Always play carefully. We're going to put him up here, up on the hill. He can always be used as a reserve, can't he? Just move these guys forwards a bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's move my general. Yeah, I just feel that if over here we could lose this redoubt over here, and we might need to fall back to this position. So we're going to move our general over to here if we can. Yeah. Let's try and twist him round so he doesn't get attacked by his own men. Right, let's try that. Yeah, that's fine. Don't think we're in the way of the artillery. Yeah, sorry about the long deployment, but for good reason. I'm trying to actually make sure we win this with the least casualties. That's my main aim, which is always my aim anyway, to be honest. Right, let's target up the artillery. See what the guy's got. Oh, I've just noticed it's a nice day. Isn't that good? Citadel Lancers, they're going to move really fast, so we're going to let's try and target these guys. Looks like they're doing the job for me. They're already targeting the guys, aren't they? Yeah, we're firing into the fort, you see, because we're high up. I think what we're going to do... They're not much of a threat, actually. We're going to... He's actually moving out of range, which is a bit weird. We're going to target something with reach. Let's fire on them. Let's start moving some of my troops about. Get these into a line of 3 if we can. That's better. We get these into a line of 3 if we can. 3 ranks rather. I just need to... This fire at will set off. Right, let's move these guys. Try and get these into a long line if we can. Gosh, that turret, that's really bad actually. This countryside here is very bad to deploy. What I'm going to do is set up another unit as a reserve actually. If I can. No, we'll keep them on fire at will. Move them over here. Wasting time here. Right, we're gonna move those grenadiers up to here. Yeah. Right. So he's just being shelled and sitting there at the moment. Let's continue with that. Are they going through the back gate or something? Let's just keep shelling him. They're just literally sitting there being killed. What was I saying about the AI? Yeah, okay. Is he even firing on my troops? I'm going to move back slightly in front of these cavalry. Sometimes you encourage them to his cavalry to come from my infantry, and then I'll countercharge with my cavalry. We can do that. I'm the only one does. Who's firing on these? His artillery, I hope. Worcester Regiment's lost 13. They're being shelled by somebody. Let's just continue shelling these guys. Honestly, why doesn't he do something? Charge me or do something? What a terrible waste of good men. Ah, they're starting to come through the gate now, so we're going to retarget on the gate as they come out through the gate, and we are going to charge these guys now. Let's keep on shelling these guys. Let's put some units out through this gate. Hindu warriors, so I don't want to melee those. Also, we've left a regiment of foot over there, that's stupid. That's why he's probably sent them out, actually. Let's just move them back over to here. Just walk them slowly. Let's get firing on them. Should have dealt with them by now. Let's move back onto the hill. They're shattered, so I don't want to... I seem to have a lot of trouble retargeting my artillery at the moment. I've probably killed about 18 of my own men there. Come on, artillery, retarget. Do your job. Now he's moving now. They're active and walking, so I think we'll be able to drag them over onto the infantry and cavalry who are waiting here. We are suffering some damage here. We're being shelled by his artillery. Let's retarget. These are musketeers. Hindu warriors. I don't want to charge into the Hindu warriors, so let's go back at these guys. Keep shelling them. It looks as if he is coming out now, in which case I'm going to retarget my artillery onto his general if I can reach him. That'll be the elephants, I assume. Wow, it's a mass of men, isn't it? Where's his general gone? Ah, clever guy. He's moved his general way out of the artillery range. That's clever. Right, go on, charge. Let's go in the back of these guys. They're fine, aren't they? Yeah, we really want these guys to shatter. Come on, artillery, reposition yourselves to attack these guys, Hindu warriors. That's who I want to take out. They're shattered, that's good. We're going to move back away. Yeah, the artillery really needs to take out these guys, Hindu warriors. Drawing them on. That's if I turn off fire by will and turn it back on again. I'll reset it. Maybe I can target the Hindu warriors. You've got some units moving around here. Hindu musketeers. So he's trying to outflank me, I think. Clever old AI. I'm a bit disappointed in the performance of my artillery, to be honest. They don't seem to be doing their job properly. Right. I'm going to retarget these artillery onto these Hindu warriors. This guy should... oh, he's tired, so we're going to rest him now. Okay. What's happening over here? They're running towards me. So what we're going to do... we're going to draw them onto my infantry. There we go. If they can get away from them. Okay. It's going okay. Flanks are secure. Just need to move them around slightly. I get 3 ranks of fire. So my cavalry up to here. Get them out of the way. We go fire by rank on them without any danger of hitting our own cavalry. Right, let's have a look at the top of the hill, see what's happening. Okay, should be able to get some volleys on these guys now. They're beginning to break. Losing slightly, let's move our cavalry round. We want them shattered, so let's turn off, move him up, and move the cavalry in to take them out. This is beginning to form a bit of a difficult attack here, so we need to... I think, as I said, this redoubt really is the one that worried me when we first came out. It's very close to his gate. Where's his general? Ah, we might be able to target his general soon. One thing about the Hindu guys is that they're very, very good at melee. They have terrific attack melee, 16 I think, but their morale's not fantastic. So we really need to destroy their general. We're doing well. Doing well. Might be time for a cavalry charge actually now. I think we're going to get a cavalry charge in and try and... we're going to turn off fire by rank. Turn off fire by rank. Use these artillery on these guys, large art infantry. Oh, he's forming square now. Clever guy. Right, we'll take these out. That's clever, he's moved through his... That's clever, that's the kind of thing a human player would do. Move his units through the square. Ah, we didn't want to get caught there. Let's move back. Too busy talking. Let's draw them back onto my guys who will be waiting in fire by rank. Let's fire on these guys. Now come on, do as you're told. Retreat. Oh, they're shattered. That's good. Let's turn fire by rank on, will be a good idea. Yeah, they're shattered, that's excellent. We want to move the cavalry away from here now, actually, if we can. Hindu warriors, large art infantry. Right, okay, that's fine. Things are going okay on that side. I said we'd draw, come on. Draw as quickly as possible. Through your own infantry. You're not attacking, so you won't do any damage. You're not charging, I mean. Let's retarget my artillery. Down here on these lads. Again, it seems that my cavalry are quite gung-ho. They seem to be really attacking where they don't need to. Let's move these guys out. We're going to charge through these guys, basically. These guys are very strong. 280, 292, not lost anything. Forcing it into squares, you see, and we can then shell them. Basically, when they form up in squares, they're quartering their firepower. At the same time, we're actually getting caught by these Hindu warriors. Just retreat, lads. Right, quick, because we're going to get shot. Move out of the way, fast. Oh, let's just charge them. I can't be bothered here. Let's just melee the crap out of them. There they go. They're going now. Right. well done. Right, so they're shattered, so we don't need to worry about them. Let's try the next unit. Need musketeers, so we're going to crash into the musketeers. Move this unit round here. Oh dear, we've lost the cavalry. They seemed a bit gung-ho, these cavalry. They kept attacking when they didn't need to. Right, so we might need to bring the general down. Oh, we've got some reinforcements, haven't we? I was forgetting that. Where are they coming from? The other side of the map? Oh no, that's not too bad. King's Own Bengal Scouts, they're a good unit. Where are they coming in? Oh, that's excellent. Right behind the Barjar infantry. It's a long way to charge, but we're going to do it anyway because these lads are in trouble. Have we lost our general? Oh, the enemy general's killed. Yes, give him a rank of fire. Go on, good lads. How are we doing over here? Cavalry need. They're wavering, so we're going to charge in the back of them. Silidor Lancers have turned up. Good lads, good volley. Excellent. You can see the cannonballs flying past. Okay, let's take out these Hindu warriors. Maybe not a good idea, as they're strong in melee, but we're going to take them out. I'm going to move these units around a bit more now. Move them forwards, advance a bit. Try and back up the cavalry, who are doing an excellent job here. They're shattered. Let's get rid of them actually. They're broken. Let's target that square with the artillery. We're going to try and do something clever here. Run back through the... Oh, they're broken. We're going to move and attack the cavalry actually. They're shattered. They're shattered. Broken. Things are very much to our liking in this battle. We're doing very well. I'm going to take the King's Own Bengal Lancers back. Let's move the artillery to attack this guy. Slaughter some guys. Slaughter the Hindu warriors, shall we? Oh, they've come back, so we'll attack the Silidor Lancers. Yeah, that square's gone. They don't stand for long. If you direct artillery onto a square, it's amazing how quick they run. I'm going to attack this from the front with the cavalry. Not a good idea normally. We'll see if we can get a volley. In fact, I'm going to stop them. That's just silly. Getting a bit gung-ho now, getting a bit carried away. The battle's won, basically. We don't need to worry about... He's still got artillery, hasn't he? Let's target on his general's gone now. We can target that. I'm going to take out his 12-pounders. If we destroy them, we should then have his fortress. What did he have? About 6,000 men, wasn't it? Something like that. But we were lucky with the terrain, to be honest. The terrain was very, very favourable. Let's target that square. There's 246 of them. So they keep coming back. We'll give that to them. They keep... Yeah, that's good. Let's move the Victoria's Regiment around. The Bengal Scouts have done a good job. Silidor Lancers to retarget our artillery. Okay, so that's fine. That's the end of his artillery threat. Just target the artillery on that square. Yeah, he didn't have much choice. I think he only had another couple of turns to go before he'd just have to retreat, basically, and give up the fortress anyway. So I think what's happened is he's just decided that what he'll do, he'll come out and fight. He's been unfortunate. I was on top of this hill which is like classic Total War behaviour. You go and sit on top of a hill if you can. But they're still fighting. They're still fighting back. I think it's probably something to do with this fighting on very hard. They just won't die, basically. They just refuse to give up. The morale is always good. Are they firing at me? How dare they? Fire back at them, lads. Come on. Reload. Let's move these guys up on their flank. Where's those cavalry I had here? Move them up here. Oh gosh. Bengal foot haven't done very well. They're broken. Don't like that. It's not good with the cavalry against them. Cavalry. How are we doing now? Let's charge these guys in the rear. Let's move retarget all of our artillery onto these guys. Wow, that is fantastic. It's a fantastic barrage we're getting on them now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's keep firing. Don't want to lose any more infantry if I can avoid it. Where's my cavalry? No, what happened there? I lost sight of that. Right, these foot regiments are going to move up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, let's be honest, they're retreating. I really need to move some of my reserves down, actually. Let's move the Grenadier Regiment down. Let's try and make sure they don't actually... In fact, what I'm going to do is limber up those troops. Move the KGL down to there. They're coming back in though, aren't they, those troops? The ones that... Let's try charging, and these are coming back as well. I'm going to try charging in. Keep the artillery going. It's the cheapest way to kill these troops. Actually, someone has commented about the Darthmod, how the weather will often be very, very bad in most of your battles unless you turn it off. But what I've done, I've kept it on because I think that's all part of the game, basically. If you've got bad visibility at times, run, lads. Let's withdraw this unit because they're just going to die otherwise. It's all very well to be brave. I'm going to charge into the back of these guys. That should finish them off. Retarget the artillery onto these guys. Here we go. Limber up all of my artillery now. Oh, right. Let's continue, but let's limber up all of my artillery. It's just a question of pursuing guys now and getting rid of them. Let's speed things up. You don't really want to see all of this, do you? Try and kill as many as possible of them. Where's that guy? Right. Right, I didn't have to use my general at all. And his massive unit. Quite a lot of hits, actually. Let's try and finish off some of these guys. Oh, we've got another unit coming on there. They're finishing those off. Okay, done very well there, I think. Not too many losses, which was the main thing I was worried about. I didn't want to lose too many troops unnecessarily. What are these guys doing? Can't they fire on them? That was clever how the Darthmod actually moved the general out of range, because I was killing them basically. If they'd sat in, if they hadn't come out, I would have just kept shelling them basically, and they would have been destroyed. So he moved his general back and then attacked me. Yeah, that was clever. Right, more units to go. Let's have a look. Some units hiding somewhere, not causing the end of the battle. Some units in here. Let's have a look. Oh no, there we go. Decisive victory. I say not too painful. Might be painful for you to watch, but it wasn't too painful in terms of loss of men. Victory. Let's have a look and see. So he lost 4,000. He's still got 1,701 remaining. So I'm not going to be able to capture it this go. But I think he's only got one go to actually remain. We lost 935. He only killed 590. So I've killed about 300 of my own men, which is not good. Can't be good for morale. 788 they killed. Cavalry, as always, do well. And then it's mainly the even the artillery did very well actually. Right, okay. It's not shilly-shally or muck around. Okay, let's see what the AI does now. He's got some units left in there, but they'll fall, I think. He's got one more turn. I don't think I lost any units, did I? Any regiments? No. So let's replenish them. Okay, doing very well. Actually, what I can do, I've got so many units in here, I can actually just do that. Replenish them that way. Okay, right. So these did very well. They didn't get a lot of experience, did they? But then they never had hand-to-hand combat in the main. They were able to kill them at distance, which is what you want to do in that kind of situation, because the Hindu warrior melee troops are very strong. You don't want to get into a melee situation, a bit like the North American Indians. You really want them at arm's length if you can. So that plan worked very well, of actually just having a very heavy artillery army. Perhaps I did lose a unit. A whole unit went, because I'm sure I had 3 full stacks. I seem to be a unit shy here. Anyway, I don't know what regiment that was. Someone will probably tell me. Exactly. And he hasn't got many troops left at all. Yeah, that's fine.
They hide behind women's
yeah. Okay. So just review what's happening. We started out in Bengal. We took Cuttack and Orissa from the French. For a short while, we controlled Hyderabad because the Marathas pushed into Mughal territory, and we took it back off the Marathas. They then took it back off us. The poor old Dutch are out of the game, so we've taken Trincomalee and Ceylon. Longer term, the way I'm looking at this, once these 2 cities fall, these 2 armies go back to Europe, attack, land in Spain, attack Portugal. I'll leave one fairly weak army here to attack Goa. I'll destroy the Portuguese mainland territory in Europe, and that will force this to be a rebel city, which should then fall quite easily. And at some later date, this will be, I'll hold fast in India with just 1 unit, 1 stack of troops. Can't speak today. 1 stack of troops, and then at some stage I may try. I think that given the circumstance, the Mughals will attack the Mysore at some stage, and if I can, I'm allied with both. I can actually join in with Mughals without any problem. So if I keep an army close to the Mysore capital, I may be able to take an opportunist country again, another territory, if the Mughals eventually take out these. Longer term, I'm going to have to attack the Mughals, because I have 2 territories, so I have to get Bijapur and also Hindustan from them. So I'm going to have to attack them, but this will be later on in the game, quite a long way into the game, once we've actually sorted out America and also Europe, how far I want to get in Europe. Okay, that's enough chatting. I still don't want to produce any developments here in this territory. Don't want to improve any of the money-making stuff. So we've got some more attributes there. This is the army in Great Britain I'm putting together to attack the Inuits. Just to give you a quick review. Orissa is a bit dodgy in terms of disorder. I'm not sure. We might be able to put this back into production. We've only recently captured it, to be honest. We might be able to. Yes, we can. Okay, so things are not too bad in North America. This territory here was what we took from the Oh dear, no, we can't. We're not going to have to exempt that for a bit longer. We're building government council here. We took this from the Cherokees, and there's just a lot of. Just going to upgrade that and that. There's a lot of disorder, or potential disorder, if we don't keep it under control. But as you can see from this map, we own most of North America. We're going to attack New Spain next, and then New Mexico. We'll take out the Pueblos with the same army. Got an army here that's just taken the Huron territory, and that's going to move to Rupert's Land, then attack across into the territory up here. The Inuits are up here, and we're going to take them out. The army that we're making at the moment, plus an army we're moving from Cherokee territory. National summary, we're doing very well with our money side of things. Ministers, we're not too bad actually. I don't want to kick people if they're Baxter Wavell needs to leave school and get a job. Royston Webb's doing a good job. Marmaduke Sloper seems to have an enormous brain. Which is obviously why he's got all these stars. He's honest, harsh reputation, stallholder. And trade. We've actually got trade fleets in all of the theatres now, so we're doing very well. Right, so we're getting lots and lots of ivory, which obviously makes us not get a good price for it. And all our trade is functioning very well at the moment. We've not got any of our trade interrupted. Right, let's go back to Great Britain. We're carrying on economic war against the French, who are getting to be a bit of a problem in Europe because they have no territories abroad now. They're using all their money to speed things up to actually develop their European territories. So we're going to have to do something fairly soon actually on this. You know, I'm trying to get into a position where it's going to be difficult for us to take them down. Oh, excuse me.
Under sail.
Just have a sip of tea, excuse me. Right, that's destroyed. So we're going to move the fleet round to here.
Action stations make ready for battle.
And destroy here.
All away. Ship's orders, set sail.
So you do worry about the AI at times. All it has to do is move that army in and we couldn't destroy this port. It could then construct a fleet. Mind you, I'd then take it off the French. I'd then capture it. But it would be considered progress by the AI, I suspect. Let's move the cavalry over to here. These are all going out to Americas. In the Americas, it's very difficult to produce decent cavalry, and we're recruiting some of the Highland regiments here. We're going to recruit a line infantry, and we've got a couple more artillery actually in there, and one more line, yeah. Then these will all go across to join this unit. This unit here, Dolphin, will be taking them to Newfoundland and then on to attack the Inuits. No point in moving that army at the moment, we'll just collect it from here. We'll move the army by sea. I've got loads of money. Do we want to? Yeah, I think we're gonna. We might come back and produce that actually. Somerset House, infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. No, we won't be doing Somerset House. We'll just be concentrating on North America now with the rest of that money. Right, we need to do the same kind of business we've been doing on the French ports as we were on the Spanish ports as well. The Marathas, the Mughals are doing a really good job here. They're attacking Spain. They've come all the way from India to attack them. Very good of them. I think they're actually occupying here as well, and they have an army here that's causing the Spanish problems. So I say the two armies from India will come and land here and here, and we'll move up so we can basically blitzkrieg the although he's got quite a lot of troops there, although they look as if they've suffered a bit of damage. So we may need to have 3 or even 4 armies, maybe double up on each of these two. And once we take these out, we'll then take out Goa in India and then move on to attack Spain. If I'm demonstrating around here, I'm hopeful the French will move troops south, and by then I should have at least 1 or even 2 armies in London that can come across and take Paris at little cost. We'll just be facing their garrison militia, I hope. That's the plan, longer term. We've got to sort out North America first, of course. Let's stop the chat and get on with the game.
Aye, sir.
Let's just take out Marseille.
Ship's orders. Prepare for battle.
These 2 fleets, I'll be upgrading the port in Portsmouth, and we'll be using that to actually produce some decent second and maybe third rate and even first rate ships to add to these. So this navy will be, there's 9 more slots really. I want 2 full stacks, 1 in the Med and 1 in the North Sea to maintain my superiority. On the science side, we're not far off from naval architecture, which will give us a decent port upgrade, and then again lime juice and sauerkraut, that will give us another port upgrade. Okay, and then we should be able to get some decent ships. That's just Edward Russell, one of our admirals. He's done a very good job. If you've seen some of the other episodes, it's been very useful. I've got 1 ship over here that's making them go from place to place. These guys are just walking backwards and forwards,
Ship's orders.
and we're just destroying his ports here. There are 2 fishing ports, but he can still make 5th rates in these, I believe, so I want to make sure that he has no ships.
All away.
Now that's destroyed at the moment, that, so if we sit here now,
Aye, aye, Captain.
yeah, I will stupidly walk all the way back with this unit and that unit until they get close, and then I'll come back to this one, and I'll just keep doing that all the time. So Spain is not much of a threat now, to be honest. It's a bit of a paper tiger, although he's got a few regions in Italy and 1 in his main country. He's not really that much of a danger. They're going to be quite weak by the time we try and take them on. I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the trade theatres, see if I can steal any of the trade slots. No. No. We're going to Madagascar. I think there's someone on that one actually. Let's just have a look.
Yes, Captain. Ready and away.
Yes,
boys.
that's weird because I can't see it trading. But anyway,
Aye, aye, sir.
Denmark, perhaps their trade's been cut off. Portugal, yeah. But if we can take out Portugal, as I've said, without any delay, it won't be. I won't have to face this massive fleet that's here, which is quite a big one. Let's have a look.
Ship's orders. Receive ship's orders, Captain.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to face that, to be honest, with 5 galleons. And I wouldn't want to, at the moment, bring out one of my fighting fleets from the Med or... yeah, I don't know, I'll have to think about that. Perhaps I'd take 10 ships from each of the home fleet and the Mediterranean fleet and bring them out here to destroy this guy when we eventually do attack Portugal. That might be a plan. Let's have a look at the Ivory Coast. Don't think... Can't steal that one. That's being used right here.
Orders.
No.
Ready
So
and waiting.
the reason for doing this is to get control of all the trade ports in a particular theatre, and then you can monopolise trade. You're the only one trading,
Yes, Captain. Ready.
so the
and
price
wait.
goes up. So I won't increase the number of ships. I won't increase supply. I'll just make sure that no one else can increase supply. So the price will be good, will be high, but I won't have to spend any more money on good ships to actually increase my trade. That's the idea behind it. Right, over here. Okay, what are we doing? North America, I've got to remind myself. That's the Duke of Cumberland. He's just been damaging their ports, the Spanish ports. As you can see, they've only got Spain, New Spain rather, and New Mexico. Yeah, that's what they've got left. We'll have a fleet coming out to join us in Newfoundland to do the business on the Inuits. Right. What should I do? What should I do? Right. What I'm going to do is move this around here. Can we move that out? Let's have a look. We're replenishing it.
Further orders.
No more replenishment required. Let's see if we can move it out.
More orders.
Oh, I think we might be able to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want the pace of the battle to stop, basically. I want to keep the Keep the Spanish on the hop. Now, I'm not worried about these guys coming through to attack this. If they do, I'll just come back and mop them up. I'd rather grab Mexico, because Mexico is a very, very rich area. So we're going to come back round here. I don't need to worry about any Spanish ships intercepting me. I believe I've completely destroyed their fleet. Let's take these guys out. That's Buta who's a very good general. And we're going to move towards New Spain. Is there anything there? Oh, can't see. He's probably got a stack on there, I'm guessing. Let's move out and let them repair this, then we'll destroy it again. Or maybe not. If we take the territory, we won't let them. We won't want it destroyed, actually. Okay. Right. Same thing here. We're going to load these guys up. Okay. Move these up to New York. I think I ought to ship at New York, I think.
On our way, Captain.
This guy we're going to move out. Yeah. So we'll transport them up to New York and then turn them over to a new captain. Just move these in.
Heave away, boys. Heave
So we're
away.
going to... You can have a night out in New York. Visiting the whorehouses.
And wait ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain.
I've been to New York. It's a lovely city. I'm not suggesting that New York is full of whorehouses, but the docks might be. Who knows? And they've deserved a good time out, haven't they? Any of you have seen the battles against the Cherokees? Okay, right. Stop fiddling about. We're going to move these up to... Where should we move them to? We'll base them in Newfoundland, in Port Plaisance. We'll leave them there. And can we move him back? Maybe to Bahamas? That would be a nice place for him to sit. Going to move him back to the Bahamas so we can transport armies around, just in case one of the Italian states decide to do a seaborne invasion of my territories. Right. That's just a trade route we've been raiding. Yeah, I checked earlier, we can't do anything here moving these units out at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and increase some of the government buildings. And I'd like to do this first, and then for tax reasons, and then we'll go for things like farms or mines. Mines are best, probably. Can't upgrade that anymore. Yeah, well, there's not that many that we need to upgrade, to be honest, when looking at this. Yeah, I mean, we're not far off being at the top of the sort of government tree on all of these, which is very good. Let the taxes flow, let the spice flow. Okay, right, we may have to do that next go, possibly, Somerset House. I'd like to keep Great Britain well in order, to be honest. If you start getting disorder in Great Britain, you've got problems. Okay, so I think there was one territory in the Bahamas, wasn't there, that we'll upgrade. Yeah, we'll do that. That's gonna help us. Repression, bonus on tax. Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm going to keep that money. Not going to do anything more with it. Objectives, I just explain the way I'm working it. I'm going for 35 plus specific regions, which makes things much harder, much harder. With Empire Total War, I've always found it very easy just to choose weak countries, knock them off, and then take their territories. If you've got to go for specific regions, it's very difficult, because obviously I've just explained that the Mughals are my allies, but I'm going to have to take Hindustan and Bijapur off them. Now, I might be able to trade one of them for an extortionate amount, but I certainly won't be able to trade that, because that's his capital, I believe. Oh no, Hindustan is his capital, but I won't be able to trade that from him. Egypt, that's owned by the Ottomans, who are very friendly with me, so that might be difficult again. Malta we might be able to take out, unless they're actually allied with someone stupid, like the Mughals or something like that. Let's have a look. We need to get Malta. Oh, that's okay. They're only allied with the Barbary states, and they're hostile to us anyway. Let's whilst we're here, let's try and start changing things around. See if we can start winning friends and influencing people. try that. Let's give them 500. We'll get that back, and we want trade, basically. That's what we want from them. Whoa. Yes, that's fine. That's good, actually. That's probably less than I actually offered them. Okay, good old AI. We've got to try and get people liking us, basically, before we start attacking our allies or people who are friendly with us. You can see France and Spain will be gone, so will Portugal. So no worried about those. But we've got a lot of Italian states that can be a bit problematic. If they start doing invasions in North America or something rather similar, we could have problems, just in terms of like hunting them down. We've got problems with Poland. They're quite strong. Prussia, again, we've got problems, but they're quite weak. Russia is quite strong. Unfortunately, not at war with Sweden, which often helps us. They're only at war with the Ottomans, but the Ottomans are holding their own. They're doing very well, actually. We've been supplying them with technology as much as we can to try and get them to hold down the Russians for as long as possible. Anyway, is there anything more I want to do? No, don't think so. Right, I think we're up around about an hour, so I'm going to end the episode there. Hope you enjoyed the battle against the Marathas. They'll definitely fall next turn, I'm sure. I think they only have one more. Let's have a look. I'm sure it's only one more turn before they'll surrender next turn, so they may come out and that'll be it. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the episode. And I say, if anyone spotted what unit got destroyed, if they could let me know. I'd like to rebuild it. Send back to the home base and rebuild a unit. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're keeping well. You're enjoying the series. Do comment if there's anything you want to have a grouse about, or anything you want to change. Any reasonable comments, obviously, I'm going to respond to and try and meet your wishes. So keep well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.